Here we are today checking out the Americana classic, American Pie by Don McLean. Fantastic tune. Little quote for you at the beginning, just because I think this is really cool. Somebody once asked Don McLean, what does American Pie mean to you? Because the lyrics are a bit confusing and stuff. And he said, it means that I never have to work again, which I think is really kind of classic. Anyway, loads of different kind of chords in this song, mostly open chords, pretty straightforward, nothing too difficult going on. Strumming for this tune I want to talk about a little bit first. Now, verse 1 is just a single strum on each chord, so we don't really need to talk about that particularly. The chorus is got this little groove. So this sequence is going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. The interesting thing about it is often the upstroke is open strings because of the speed of it. You get down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. I'm exaggerating now, taking my fingers off. You're not deliberately trying to take your fingers off, you're just lifting them off to change chords, so sometimes you get a little bit of an open string thing going on there. Don't worry about it if you do that, it's on the record, it's all cool. Same with the verse 2, you get the up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So there's little variations in the strumming, but basically we've got a down, down, up, down going on. Sometimes down, down, up, down, up, and that last little up is the open strings in between the chord changes. Don't worry about it, sounds good, use it. So that's the strumming, the whole tune. Now it's a really, really long song, right? So it's definitely worth thinking about your dynamics a bit, and in the verses playing maybe a bit softer than in the choruses, because if it's just the same all the way through, it gets a little bit boring. So have a little think about that when it comes to strumming as well. Let's get to a close-up and talk about the chords for the verse and the chorus and the second verse, because the first verse is slightly different to all of the other ones. Also show you a few variations that you can use too, but I'll do that whilst we've got a nice little close-up going on. So let's do that now. You can choose a bit here which one of the G's that you want to start off with. You can either use a big G like this, or you can use little kind of three-fingered folky G. Doesn't really matter. If you use the one with the two fingers at the top, it's a little easier to change the D chord because the third finger's already in the right place. So I tend to use this one. So a long, long. Now this is a D with an F sharp bass, so you can either play regular D, get the thumb over to play that bass note, or you can play it G. This is the other way, so first finger on the bass note there on the F sharp, second finger on the second fret, third finger on the third fret on the third and second strings respectively. You could also play it like that if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter which one of these you use, I prefer that one. So, a long, long E minor ago, A minor can still remember, let's gonna see how that E minor used to make me D. Now, D chord all of the way through this, you can do a little anytime you like on that, no matter what part of the song it's in. If you're playing a D, you can always add in a D sus4, lift off little finger, back to D, lift off second finger, you get a D sus2, and back to D. Do that kind of in the beginning or in the middle of the tune, wherever you like, really. It always sounds cool. My G, if I D with an F sharp bass to my E minor, that A minor could make the C dance, and E minor there'd be C chord for a D. Now C chord again, you can play that two-fingered G. I've shown that in a few other videos. So there's regular C, you move third finger over, plonk little finger underneath, you get kind of old school folk C. They'd be happy for a while, E minor. But February, A minor, me shiver, E minor with every paper, A minor deliver. C to G with a B bass to A minor. G with a B bass, I'm using second finger down there on the second fret, fifth string, little finger on the third fret of the second string. Sometimes I hit the open E string as well, which officially you probably shouldn't, but it sounds alright to me, so therefore I do it. Bad news on the doorstep, I see couldn't take one more D. I G remember if I cried when I A minored about his D bride. G to D with an F sharp bass to E minor, the C, the D chord, G. So it's all pretty straightforward, and it just holds that first time there on the G. On subsequent verses, when it does that last bit of the verse, it goes, the day the music G, C, G, we started singing by. Doesn't really matter, you could do it on the first verse if you want. In the chorus, we're starting off with a G, so we have G, C, going back to G, then to D, and it's the same chords all the way through this first part of the chorus. And it's G to C and going G chord to D, singing E minor will be the day that I A7, E minor will be the day that I D7. Now here, this is D7 chord. If you're not familiar with these open chords, you want to be checking out the beginner's course on my website. But here we've got a little variation that's a bit fancy. Little finger going down here on the 3rd fret, lifting it off, lifting off the 3rd finger, putting it back on. You've got D7 sus4, D7, D7 sus2. Also could call it D9, but it doesn't matter which name you give it really. And back to D7. And that's the chords for the chorus. Pretty straightforward. Okay, into the verse 2. We've got G. Did you write the A minor of love? And to C, have faith in A minor above. E minor, it's the Bible, D you sow. The rest of it's pretty similar to the first verse, just we got the strumming going on. To G, to D with an F sharp bass to E minor. Can A minor save your C chord soul? And E minor, can you teach me A7 to dance D slow? There's that little D sus4, little variation if you want to put that in. Cause I E minor, you that you're in D with him. Cause I E minor saw you in D chord in the gym. You C to G with the B bass to A7. Man, I C chord rhythm and D7. I was a G with a D with an F sharp bass to E minor, with an A minor carnation and a C up truck. But I G with a D with an F sharp bass to E minor. God, that was out of tune, but anyway, C to D chord to G, C, G. We started singing by, and then etc, etc. Okay, well I hope you've got all of those chords sorted out. It really is a bit of a classic tune, this one. Definitely one that if you're ever playing at a barbecue or with your mates and they want to have a sing-along, everyone knows the chorus to this song, no matter, I'm sure that the kind of indigenous tribes in Indonesia that have never seen humans know how to sing the chorus of this. Seems to be just built into us somehow from birth. But anyway, it's a really, really good one to learn to play, to have a jam along with your buddies, you know, and a few beers or whatever. It's lots of fun. There's loads of verses in it. It's very unlikely that anyone that you know will know all of the verses to it. I certainly don't. When I've performed this years and years ago, I only ever used to sing the first 2, 3, maybe the 4th verse, never more than that. So don't worry if you don't know it either. Yeah, have a play around with it. Once you've got the strumming sorted, you might want to play around with the strumming a little bit. You don't have to. Keep it simple, stupid. That's my favourite saying. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Good thing to remember. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that tune. It is a bit of a classic. Lots of fun. Take care. I'll see you for another lesson or a song or whatever sometime real soon. Take care of yourselves, dudes. Bye-bye.